I'm Stacie Bratcher, your Kearney Chamber of Commerce Executive Director, and this is Take Note Kearney, sponsored by Kearney Trust Company, where they believe in the power of community and shopping local. Today, we are talking to Tim Hanna from Christian Brothers Roofing. Tim, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to get started and like you said, get to know you a little bit.
I can't wait. So tell us a little bit about Christian Brothers Roofing.
So Christian Brothers Roofing started in 2009
Hey.
by our owner, Scott Horseman, based in the Northland. Kind of long story short, unfortunately, if you've ever dealt with contractors, not all contractors are created equal.
Right.
And Scott kind of saw that firsthand. He's a small business coach, worked for a few different companies and a few roofing companies even to kind of help them grow their business. And unfortunately, he saw firsthand how sometimes the employees and homeowners can get taken advantage of. And so being a man of faith, he decided he couldn't work for those companies, started his own. And Christian Brothers Roofing is simply that. So it's Christian by faith, not by name. A lot of people assume my last name is going to be Christian.
Right,
Not the case.
Yes.
It's simply just treat your neighbors you want to be treated. And so we've kind of lived that for the last 14 years. And I'd say we've been pretty blessed to have the success that we've had and the representation in the communities such as Kearney and the greater metro area.
Wow, I love that. I was not expecting you to say that at all. I really appreciate that aspect of an approach to doing business, treating people as you would want to be treated or treating your neighbor the way you should treat your neighbor. So how did you get involved with Christian Brothers Roofing?
So I actually was not in a contracting background before this. I actually worked in a similar situation such as this in media, and usually behind the camera, not so much on it.
Right.
And I just needed a change, and I didn't feel like it was very fulfilling in what I was doing. And Christian Brothers, I luckily had a relationship with people at the company already, and they were like, I always thought you'd be great at this, but never thought you'd leave your media job. But I was just kind of at a moment spinning my tires. I didn't feel like I was being very well fulfilled and giving back. I'm from Kansas City, Liberty to be exact, so not too far down the road. And it's a city that's awesome and so eclectic, and there's amazing people here, and I just wanted to give back in some way, shape, or form. And I found a passion where I can help people out. There's a lot of times we get on roofs where they're in bad situations or they've been taken advantage of before, and it's just kind of been a real blessing and it allows me flexibility. Like I want to start a family and I want to be here and local, and it's important to me. So it had the best of all the worlds.
Wow, that's amazing. It's not very often you can find a job where it matches your passion and your calling.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't. I mean, if you would have told me at 18 years old I'd be walking roofs for a living, I would have laughed at you. But here I am, and I'm very blessed. I'm very happy.
Great. So tell us about one of your favorite roof jobs or customers.
Oh my gosh. So I mean, one of the beauties of this job is if you get to know me, I'm a talker, and I will talk your ear off. And that's kind of what we do in our day-to-day is I go into people's houses, I get to know them as an individual, whether it be a repair or a replacement, or they're just looking for, hey, I haven't had my roof like that in 10 years. Do you mind? Like, I'm not getting up there.
Right.
And that's why we tell people, hey, call us. Like, we're insured, licensed, all of those things, and we've been in business for so long that, we're willing to give you our open and honest opinion of what's going on and what we can do to fix it and remedy that if it needs to be remedied. I mean, there's a lot of times people in Kearney probably are aware that, the recent storms that came through, there were a lot of people going door to door, and a lot of people, suggesting to file insurance claims and things like that. And we really pride ourselves on just being straightforward. And if it doesn't need it, it doesn't need it. And I'm not here to sell you anything you don't need. So, yeah, I've had some fantastic customers where, they'll give me cookies when they see me. I still have a relationship with a lot of them to this day. Sometimes it's definitely more business-like, and they're like, hey, you're just here to do my roof. Like, I appreciate you, but, don't want to call you every year. But every year after we put a new roof on, I always send an email. We call it a roof-iversary. Reach out 1 year later, just check in, see how you're doing, and
like
hope all's well. And, I mean, I still run into people, like I'll be at Costco or something, or any local grocery store, and I'll see somebody and we'll talk for a bit. So
that's great.
That's kind of been the best part. I think, like I said, I'm a talker. My meetings run longer than maybe some of the other guys do, but I really enjoy getting to know people and kind of know who they are, why they're here, what part of life brought them where, and how I can kind of help. If this is your forever home, how can we make the most of it by putting a roof on that's going to last and maybe save you money in the long run, things like that.
Building relationships.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. Nice. So what tips do you have for people when they're thinking about either there's been a storm or they need to replace their roof, or maybe they're dealing with insurance. Do you have any suggestions or tips?
Yeah, definitely. So we always recommend when a storm rolls through, have a roofer look at it first. We encourage people not to go ahead and file a claim right away, simply because as the industry's kind of changed, insurance generally is going to tell you the same thing. Get a roofer out there, because if you do file a claim immediately, they come out, you don't have any damage, it'll still go on your record as a $0 claim.
Oh, interesting.
So that is most companies. Again, I'm kind of generalizing because there are so many different insurance companies.
Sure.
But that sometimes can punish you in the future if you try to switch insurances. If it's in a certain amount of time from when you've just opened a new insurance account. I believe they call it a CWAP. And it's essentially, if you have so many claims within a 1 year, 2 year period, they can choose to not renew you because you're essentially like a high use customer.
Gotcha.
And it'd be less likely. So one thing I always encourage is, hey, if you have a storm, get it looked at by a professional first. We can walk the roof. I take pictures. I even take these little videos on my phone. So you don't have to feel like you have to get up there to believe what I'm saying. I can physically show you, hey, there's damage or there's not damage.
Right.
And I never tell anyone you should or you shouldn't file. That's totally up to you. It's your home. It's your policy. It's not me at all. But what I want to do is kind of guide you through the process if you decide to move forward with that. And I kind of keep everyone in the loop every step of the way, as far as if it's an insurance, I want to hop on a call with an adjuster, we do a 3-way call.
Wow.
If it's an email, I'm CCing you on everything, just because I know most people probably haven't been through the claims process ever before, and you kind of want to feel involved and know what's going on instead of just being told, oh, I'll handle it. Right?
Nice.
So but yeah, my recommendation, if there's a storm, just have it looked at. We do free inspections for that reason. So even if it's like, hey, I haven't had the roof looked at in 5 years, do you mind? I'll definitely get up there and take some pictures for you.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how do people get hold of you?
So you can call our office. Is probably the easiest way.
Okay.
So our phone number is 816-453-ROOF. So pretty easy. So 453-7663. You can call Christian Brothers office directly, and then they'll get you in touch with whether it's me or one of our other project managers in a timely manner. We're usually scheduling about 5 to 7 days out. So if you do have an immediate concern, we can try to move you up. Obviously, if there's water coming in, we want to get to it as quickly as possible. But yeah, giving us a call. You can pull us up on Google. I always encourage people, check out Better Business Bureau with any business, right?
Sure.
Check out Google reviews, things like that. And you can find us online or at our website, ChristianBrothersRoofing.com.
Excellent. So when you are in Kearney, maybe you're coming through and you need to eat lunch, or it's late and it's time for dinner. Where's some of your favorite places to go in Kearney?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of a good sit-down place. I literally just stopped at the Arby's before this, so that doesn't.
There you go.
That it does count, but I'm trying to think. There's been a few different restaurants that I used to frequent over my time, and I'm struggling to think of a good favorite sit-down spot. I unfortunately work out of a truck, so I spend more time in Quick Trip than I'm proud to admit.
There you go.
So I would definitely just give them a plug. Their sub sandwiches are actually pretty good.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, if you
good
haven't
tip.
had them, I know. My fiance makes fun of me. I have a Quick Trip hat. Like, I have merchandise. I am that big of a gas station connoisseur. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, pitch us your website one more time.
Yeah, so ChristianBrothersRoofing.com. I think if you check us out, if you just check out Christian Brothers Roofing on Google, it'll be the top one that comes up. That's usually the easiest way to get there. It has all our information as far as roofing goes. There's pictures, customer testimonies, things like that. We also are just rolling out new solar shingles.
Oh.
So instead of like solar panels, where they're screwing those into your roof, solar shingles are now the new kind of trend. And Christian Brothers is the first roofing company in this region that's actually going to be able to install those for GAF.
Wow.
So they've kind of rolled them out with us, being what they call us their flagship roofing company for this area, and they're going to have us be the first ones to put those on. So we've got a few scheduled and going on right now, but it's so brand new, it literally just kind of came out. So if people are looking for that solar incentive and don't like the look of panels, it goes on just like a shingle, and it comes with some of the best warranties in the industry. So that's all on our website too. It's actually really cool.
Beautiful. Well, you and I are going to talk after we wrap this video up. I am Stacie Bratcher with the Kearney Chamber of Commerce, and this is Take Note Kearney, sponsored by Kearney Trust Company, supporting the Kearney community since 1882. Thank you for watching today.